Alright, so last week we gave you a quick, fun construction overview video of the 32-inch Pro Upright Xtension arcade machine from Rec Room Masters. This week we are doing a full in-depth review video, kind of showing you all the different pieces after the thing's already built, so you know what to expect from your unit after you've already got it constructed. So without further delay, let's go ahead and take a look at the full video review of the 32-inch Pro Upright Xtension arcade machine from Rec Room Masters. Now, because the arcade machine operates separately from the main software we use to play our games, the review stops where the control board ends, so we'll talk about the responsiveness of the unit, the build quality of the cabinet itself, and generally the experience of dealing with Rec Room Masters. For starters, it's definitely slimmer than the arcade machines you might remember. That's because rather than a bulky and admittedly dangerous CRT monitor powering your games, the cabinet is designed to take a 32-inch LCD no wider than 31.5 inches horizontally, and you need to make sure the TV or monitor you mount conforms to the VESA mounting standard. Above the monitor sits a light-up marquee. Included with the unit is a fluorescent light that gets screwed directly into the wood. Be advised, if you get to this point, there aren't pre-drilled holes, so you'll have to do a little bit of measuring to decide precisely where you'd like to place it. I'd recommend doing so in a way that provides ample room for speakers. Another note on the light, it has an on-off switch, but unless you want to remove the top portion of the cabinet to access it every time you want to turn off the light, it's a good idea to position the power strip in an easy-to-reach location, either within the keyboard tray or on the outside of the cabinet. To keep a clean look, we opted to keep ours tucked away inside the cabinet. Now back to the sound. You can just use the speakers on your television or monitor, but more than likely you'll want to use a more powerful set of speakers connected to your PC. I'd highly recommend this Logitech set that we picked up, as they're slim enough to fit within the marquee housing, and they include a remote volume control you can run to the keyboard tray. This is convenient as different arcade games are made with different volume levels, and you'll want to be able to quickly bump the audio levels up or down without having to leave the main interface to fiddle with Windows volume controls. Moving down the unit, there's a magnetic catch door that hides the keyboard and mouse tray for when you have to load games or make configuration changes. It's a sleek inclusion that's well hidden and does a great job of maintaining the arcade aesthetic. The only knock against the keyboard tray is it's a little thin and rides on top of wooden tacks rather than a dedicated roller system, which occasionally means it can be finicky to get in and out. Also, you may want to consider adding a small handle to the magnetic door to make it easier to open. Moving down further, you'll find that we installed an actual coin door on the machine. Natively, it ships with a metal locking door which looks nice and is high quality, but you'll likely want to splurge on the extra coin door sold by Xarcade. Note, this isn't sold directly through Rec Room Masters, but rather is linked off their site where you can order it for $29.99. The glowing coin return button is a nice touch, and the instructions online make it easy to wire to your Coin 1 button. Moving inside the cabinet itself, there's plenty of room to put any mid-tower PC or even a deeper tower as long as you're willing to turn it sideways. There's an adjustable shelf as well, so you can organize your machine's innards to your heart's content. Note that the back of the machine is left open, so for the best look, you'll probably want to put your Xtension arcade against a wall. Finally, let's take a look at the control board. The Xtension 2-player control board emulator edition is well laid out and spacious. It features two Suso-Hap bat-top 8-way joysticks with 8 buttons for each player. Rec Room Masters claims it's ready to go right out of the box, and save for occasional adjustments depending on the game, the unit works flawlessly. We really only found the need to tinker with controls for a few fighting games. There's also a trackball for games that require analog control. It's smooth and responsive, and doubles as a mouse if you need to make quick adjustments or navigate windows. Playing with the control board feels fantastic. It's responsive and has a high quality feel, which makes it great for games requiring twitchy precision, and it feels like they can hold up and take a beating in more frenetic affairs like fighting games. However, know that some older games only supported 4-way joysticks, so the 8-way joysticks here can require a bit more focus to prevent a misthrow. Still, this is a minor gripe considering how solid the unit is as a whole. Above the controls are 10 dedicated menu buttons. These are outrageously convenient, allowing you to navigate your main front end easily, add coins, left and right click, and mercifully, a pause button. It's also a pretty nice inclusion that these buttons are backlit and have a hardware switch in the middle of the control board to turn the lights on and off. While the unit ships natively with the Xtension 2-player control board emulator edition, it also includes mounts to accept the Xarcade tank stick or a flat-top platform for standalone boards. Rec Room Masters also makes a 4-player control board that fits this unit that we'll be looking at in a future review. At the end of the day, the 32-inch Pro Upright Xtension arcade cabinet is a great option for anyone looking to bring the thrill of the arcade home. Alright, so that's our full video review of the 32-inch Pro Xtension upright arcade machine from Rec Room Masters. At the end of the day, there are a couple of design tweaks we might make, but generally speaking, it is an outstanding machine and well worth your money if you're looking to bring the arcade experience home. Now, something else that's exciting is the people at Rec Room Masters actually got in touch with us, and they're actually going to be sending us more cabinets to review. So the next one that's going to be coming up is we're going to be doing the 32-inch sit-down version of this machine that's actually built for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So you can expect we'll also be doing doing a construction overview video for that machine as well, and also a full video review just like we did with this one. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because it totally helps us out. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/geekspodcast and on Twitter at geekspodcast as well. Thanks again, have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.